Greetings, welcome, and thanks so much for tuning in. It's Christian of Standing Stones Healing, and I'm just here to share with you a little bit about how to set up a workshop for your Reiki business. Now, this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast takes you behind the scenes of my recent Reiki business workshops. And so, in this week's episode, I talk all about how I set up the How to Start Your Reiki Business workshop. And this is just one way to do it, but I wanted to share it with you and take you behind the scenes of how I might set up a workshop. Now, I've run a lot of workshops, both online and in person. And especially when you're talking about online workshops, there are a million different ways to set up an online workshop for your Reiki business. And so I want to make sure to say that this is just one way to do it. And this is just the way that I did it for the How to Start Your Reiki Business workshop. So please know I've done it a lot of other ways, and there are a lot of other ways to do it. But I wanted to share this with you to show you how you too can set up a workshop for your Reiki business, to understand what might happen for it on the back end, and to understand what might happen behind the scenes of setting up a Reiki workshop for your Reiki business. Now, of course, the first thing you want to do is to set a time for your workshop, but I will tell you that this is actually harder than it might seem, especially if you're talking about an online workshop and you have a global audience, because finding a time that works for the whole world is kind of a challenge. So I do first and foremost encourage setting a time that works for you and just trusting that the people who can join live will at their appropriate time. And so setting a time that works best for you so that you are coming to the workshop with your best energy. I did set up this workshop on a weekday. Typically, my workshops are on the weekend, and typically on Sundays, I find that they are the better day out of Saturdays and Sundays. At least they are for me. And so I did indeed set this up during the week, and know that that impacts how many people can attend the workshop for sure. I do set it up so that whoever attends gets the recording as well, because I don't know about you, but I like to sign up for workshops that maybe I can't attend live, but yes, I would love to get the information. And so it's always great to be able to offer the workshop recording. I'll explain to you just how you might want to do that. So set that time. The next thing that I do is that I go to my email sender and I create an embedded sign up form. Now, I like to have people sign up for my workshops rather than to just post the workshop Zoom link. Yes, I do run the vast majority of my workshops on Zoom, and I prefer to have people sign up even for a free workshop, because here's why. And this is something that I see a lot of Reiki practitioners do. If you set up an event, a workshop on Zoom, and then you just take that Zoom link and blast it out there to anyone, post it on your page, post it on your profile, create an event on Facebook and post that Zoom link, you don't know who might find that Zoom link, you don't know where that Zoom link might go, and you don't know who might show up to your Zoom, including, yes, indeed, Zoom bombers. It's unfortunate, but Zoom bombers are a thing. It's unfortunate that people don't have better things to do with their time than to interrupt your nice Reiki meeting, but indeed, there are people who search specifically for Zoom links in order to do just that. And so you can save yourself the challenge of getting Zoom bombers, or at least drastically decrease that possibility by having people sign up for the workshop. So this also, for me, I like to do this because it gives me an idea of how many people might attend and how many people I can expect, while of course knowing that a fraction of the people who sign up for a workshop are actually going to attend live. And when I say fraction, I mean a fraction. So I like to create an embedded form with my email sender, and then I like to use that embedded form to have people sign up where they offer their name and their email address. I also like to set it up so that people get a confirmation email when they sign up that says, hey, thanks for registering. Be on the lookout for the Zoom link and reminders. And so that's a confirmation email that goes out immediately. Then I like to send a confirmation email a couple of days, a day before, and 1 hour before that includes the Zoom link. And so I will create an event in Zoom, a special meeting for the workshop in Zoom, and copy and paste that for the people who have registered to get the Zoom link to be able to join. And so then they can click on the Zoom link and join the workshop live if they're able to. And again, I remind them that if they can't join live, that yes, they will indeed get the recording. And so after the workshop ends, well, it's been a great workshop, of course. That is the hope, right? And that's the expectation too. You know, if you're nervous about doing workshops, I want to encourage you on a couple of things. Number one, it's going to be okay. The more you practice it, the better you get at it. Number two, the people who attend your workshop live believe in you, and they believe that you have something to share with them and something to teach them and something to help them. And so that know that the people who show up live believe in you. Know that the people who signed up believe in you, even if they're not joining live. They want the recording. They want what you have to offer. They want to hear from you, and they believe in you. And so in your workshop, even if no one shows up live or hardly anyone shows up live, it's okay because people signed up and they believe in you. Even if it was 2 people, those people signed up because they believe in you. So I want to encourage you to believe in yourself and know that people believe in you. Also, anyone who signs up for your workshop, whether they show up live or not, they're rooting for you. They want you to do well. And so people who join live on your workshop and you're thinking, oh no, I'm so nervous. I'm just going to look so stupid. I'm going to look foolish. I'm going to blah, 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 blah with my words. And I'm just going to be so nervous and people are going to know. First of all, probably people aren't necessarily going to know because nerves can just come off as excitement. Second of all, they're rooting for you. They want you to do well, and they believe in you. So definitely believe in yourself, and the more you practice, the better you get. Now, some people have said to me, Christian, you're so good at your workshops, your teaching, your courses. They're all so good. How are you so good? And the truth is that, first of all, I've got a long way to go as well. We all have improving to do. And thank you. And I've got a lot of practice. So over the years, I've done a lot of workshops. I have a lot of workshop experience, both live and online. I have a lot of teaching experience, both live and online. And so, you know, after hours and hours, hundreds of hours, I don't know, maybe even thousands of hours at this point. I haven't counted, but it's a lot of hours. But after all of that, you know, it's going to seem easy and it's going to seem like, wow, well, Christian can just do it. But Christian's been doing it for a long time. So please know that when Christian started doing workshops, I don't even remember, that was so long ago, but probably I didn't do a very good job. And if you notice, I will still and all the time. And so I want to encourage you to please don't compare yourself to me. I've been doing it a long time, but compare yourself to yourself and know that you're going to get better as you do it and as you practice. And so what that means, if your first workshop is not a great hit and you just were reading notes all of the time or stumbling over your words, do it again. Do it again and do it again and do it again, because that's part of the process. So after the workshop that has been a great hit, sending out the recording. Here's how I do this. Here's how I like to do this. It's not the only way to do it, but how I like to do it is that I'll take that Zoom recording and I will download it and upload it to YouTube. And I will upload it to YouTube as an unlisted video. And so on my YouTube channel, if you just go to my YouTube channel and you see all of the videos that I got a lot of videos, but I actually have even more. I actually have way more videos on my YouTube channel than you can see when you go to my channel, because I have a lot of unlisted videos. These are videos for private workshops that you have to sign up for, course videos, even videos that I have housed in other places that I don't want to lose, and I upload them to YouTube almost as like a safekeeping kind of a thing. So those are all uploaded to YouTube as an unlisted video. That means that it's not searchable on YouTube. So it's not visible on my channel. And if you search, you can't find that video. It's unlisted. It's like a hidden video on YouTube. And then I will take that YouTube video link. It is quote unquote hidden on YouTube, but anyone with the link can view it. And so what that means is that I will take the YouTube link and send it out to the people who registered. And they will be able to view the video because they have the link. Now, they will also be able to view the video as long as they have the link and as long as I keep it available up on YouTube and unlisted rather than private. A private video is one that only people who you directly invite can view, and you can set videos as private that only you can view them and no one else can, whether they have the link or not. And so if you have the unlisted video link, you can view the video. And I like to do that on my YouTube channel for anyone who is getting a workshop recording. Now, this does a couple of things. Number one, it allows the person who gets it to be able to easily watch it directly on YouTube. Whether they have a YouTube account or not, you don't need a YouTube account to watch YouTube videos, as probably you already are aware. But it does a couple of things for me. It allows me to see how many people have viewed the video, and it allows people to comment if I allow comments for the video. And it allows people to be able to give it a like if I allow that on the video, and to see what other comments there might be. It also allows me to see some analytics on the video. So are people watching the whole video? Are they dropping off at a certain point? In other words, does the workshop get boring at a certain point, or are people watching the whole workshop? So YouTube comes with a lot of analytics that just allow me to see how the workshop overall is performing, how it's doing, and what people actually really think about it, because they are offering what they think about it in terms of how long they view it. So that's all really helpful. So for all of those reasons and then some, I like to upload it to YouTube and share the recording in that way. So that's how I set up the How to Start Your Reiki Business workshop on the back end. How do you set up your Reiki workshops? Drop it in the comments for me. Let me know. There are so many ways to do this. And like I said, so many ways that I have done this. But this is just one way to do it, and one way that I like to do it. And of course, you can learn more about the back end of setting up workshops for your Reiki business on this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast at standingstoneshealing.com/podcast. And if you are watching this video on YouTube later, even like a year later, hello to you from next year to next year. I'll drop the direct link to the YouTube video for that episode down below so that you can get to that direct episode straight away. So I'm sending so many blessings and best wishes to your workshops for your Reiki business.